Hi guys, welcome back to Journey Teachers. So we have today a very special guest with us, Rohit sir, who is an actor, and he'll introduce more about himself. Please do.
Hi, I'm Rohit Kumar. I'm basically an electrical design and robotics engineer who quit my job to become an actor. My recent release was Kamblihula. Here I am.
That was wonderful. So tell us something about the experience, the journey of you being an actor. How did it all start?
It started way back in 2015. I was working as an engineer. Suddenly, something came to my mind. I don't know what it happened, but I quit my job suddenly and then get into this acting field.
Okay, so what was your inspiration, the motivation behind quitting your job and actually getting started with your passion of acting?
I still look for that now because I don't know what I went through to make this decision. My life was like going good. I was about to go to Germany for my work.
Okay.
I was about to go and work there. Maybe I was planning to settle there. Then something I don't know. Sometimes we call it as destiny. It took me to this field. That's it.
Okay, that's quite interesting that, maybe acting was your calling. That's how you were able to uh, deep delve into this career instead of going into Germany and sitting down there. Okay, so how was the experience of your film? What did it teach you, and how was the journey? How was the shoot, everything?
Yeah, my film I recently did. My major role was like recent release Kamblihula. It was very good. We shot nearly like 100 days. It was good. We used to get up 5 o'clock, and we didn't know the stop time. But every day we used to start shooting by 6:30 or 7. It went. It was very good.
Okay, I think you have to keep it here just because it will otherwise disturb.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's quite interesting that you started shooting and all of the steps were covered. So how was it actually started? Like when was your first shoot? How was that experience?
I was struggling in industry from past 2015. I get into theater to learn acting because I was an engineer. I didn't know anything about acting, so I thought of learning and acting. So I went to theaters. I learned a few things over there. Then I gradually shifted to short films. Then after few short films, then I got my confidence. So I shifted into cinemas. Let me now I am confident I can try in cinemas. I shifted to cinemas where I didn't get good roles. I don't know. I don't know why. Because it is like this. Because this is the most uncertain industry. After those many years of struggle, I got a breakthrough in Kamblihula.
That's quite inspiring. And as you mentioned that it was a journey of when it started 7 years back that you were kind of struggling and making a position for yourself in this industry, and 7 years is quite a long period of time. So tell us something about your first film which actually didn't go to the theaters.
Yeah, as soon as I got into the industry, I was very lucky because I got a chance to lead a film. That was like all of a sudden I got into the industry. I got a chance. I did a film. I completed censor. Then again, suddenly I don't know what happened. That film didn't release. I was like, oh, what happened? What is happening? Then I got to know this is like this industry is like this. There is nothing called this specific time. Okay, when it comes to education, there is a specific time that you will study these 3 months. Then you will have preparatory. Then you will have a main exam. In film industry there it is not like that, whereas in normal work also there is like deliverables. You have to deliver this project at this time. When it comes to film industry, anything can happen. Then it was like this. It didn't release. I was upset. Then okay, I started farming a team, so that when we farm a team, we will be working in a team, and it is easy to grow. So it started like this.
Okay, so that's quite. This is the uncertainty of this industry. So how did you overcome with it? And what would be your advice to the aspiring actors who are afraid to enter into this industry because of its uncertainty and the amount of period the actors have to maybe remain kind of jobless for quite a few months altogether. So how will you answer that?
That was the only mistake I did before quitting my job. I didn't thought of this, how will I survive, because I was like confident that I will be getting like this, I will be working, because I was confident about my craft. I was like, yes, I will be learning this, then I will be training like this, then I will definitely get a job like in the industry. I was like that. But like we used to do some yeah, degrees, right? When I work for 3 years, when I study for 3 years or 4 years, then I am confident that definitely I'm getting a job in this whatever engineering or degree, whatever. But this is not like this. That was the only mistake I did, like not having a passive source of income to sustain myself. That is the only advice that I can give to the newcomers. Have a passive source of income so that you can try whatever you want to try.
That's really true because one cannot just enter without any kind of planning into this industry. You have to have a passive source of income to have your living well, and maybe you can start it as a side thing and then make it full time slowly, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Initially, I had a few friends who were against this, but after knowing my seriousness, they started supporting a little bit. Then I like, okay, this is going to happen. Then the major major setback was Corona. We after so many years of struggle, we are shooting a film, and suddenly COVID came.
Yeah.
That that was the most distinct period. Well, anyhow, we overcome it and we released our film in November, and it was like it made a big name in the industry. Now I am like moving forward.
Yeah. So tell us something about, making and forming your own team so as to actually get started, maybe producing your own film, directing, acting, all of that. What was your experience?
When it comes to team, I was I know that I'm not going to direct my own films because it is something beyond my knowledge at that time. So I had a friend who in my engineering who wanted to become a director. I know that he wanted to become a director and he was like struggling in the industry. I called him. Then we found like okay. Then he wanted to become a director. I wanted to go become a lead. So we found we started including people like a music guy, camera guy, one by one into the team and started doing short films. That's how the like we formed like it happened. We were like it didn't. It was not planned, but it happened. Then we got to know that we want to be in this. We want to be a team to grow.
Right, okay. Because it actually takes a team to do whatever, maybe, producing a film or maybe running a startup. The team is the asset. So, how many members you have in your team, and how did you actually plan out and carry out the work to actually make a film from the idea, from just an idea to actually releasing a movie in a theater?
It involves so many procedures. Like first, when it comes to idea, they will director or writer who has that idea. He will start writing. Uh, Initially, he will start. Sometimes it depends upon a particular individual. Sometimes he will write alone. Sometimes he will write with the team discussing. Then he will form like first draft. Then he will discuss with people. uh, then the changes will happen, then the improvements will happen after the script after all the script, then the dialogues version comes, all the dialogues, We will plan like who is the music director, who is going to who is going to do this film as the lead, actors, then camera department, editing. Uh, then we form associate director, assistant directors. Then we will shoot the film. Then we will, when it comes to post production, we will convert those footages. We will edit. We will give background music. We will make song recordings. Then all those things, singing and DI. We will the initial footage will be colorless. Then we will give it a color. Then mixing, sound mixing, 5.1 Dolby, nowadays Dolby Atmos mixing. Then the complete package will happen.
That is quite a long journey. So, how much time does it take to produce one film? As compared to the first and the second one?
It depends upon the script because your first film will have a purity in the script.
Right.
Whereas from second cinema, you will acquire all the knowledge surrounding to the film industry. You are going to implement that knowledge in terms of script, in terms of marketing, in terms of business. So it will be like this. It happens like it is not like particular this. It will happen. It will sometime it will change over the period of time. It will definitely change.
Right. Okay. So, would you want to tell us something about how does the film actually come in the theater? How the film is actually given to the theater people and then displayed to the audience? What is that process?
Once we make a complete film, it will be in DCP format. That will be given to like there are few satellite partners. You may observe when you watch film in theaters like UFO, Cube, Scrabble. We will upload that film into their facility. Like we will go to their facility and we will upload our cinema there to the servers. Those guys will project cinema to particular cinema hall. Like there is that particular event manager for some PVR, Kormangala, something like that. He will assign our cinemas to particular halls like Audi 1, Audi 2, Audi 3. He will assign that. Then he will ask. Then that particular cinema distributor, will assign password to that cinema hall. Then they will project that cinema. When they enter that password, that cinema will be projected in this hall.
I'm quite sure that a lot of people would not be aware of all of this process. So it was really, worth listening to, and the kind of security which is there while projecting a film is like surely huge for eradicating the chances of its leakage and all, right?
Yeah. Because it is when it comes to this, these are most secure way till now to project a cinema because there is no chance of leakage when it comes to satellite. That piracy is there, but that will happen when the theater recordings through illegal recordings. And when it comes to OTT, there is high chance of your cinema getting into pirate.
Right. Okay. So is a film on OTT platform as well, and how does that process work? OTT
Uh,
is there?
yeah, OTT is there.
Yeah. So how that process?
That process work depends. If you suppose you are a new OTT has some selection criteria. They will see who are the cast in the cinema. Because either they will see the cast or they will see how big the cinema has success. The cinema is success. If the cinema is success in theater, they will ask our cinema to project in their platform. If cinema either they want actors, known actors, or they want our cinema to be hit in theaters. Once there is a sometimes there are less chances of cinema getting into OTT because of many reasons. There may be like cinema quality, cinema not up to the mark when it comes to screenplay, not when it comes to casting, it may be like not good actors in the cinema. There are many chances OTT. There are chances that OTT will reject your cinema.
Right. So there is a lot of competition when it comes to releasing your film in the OTT platform. So how do you plan to take it forward? How do you plan to make it a big big for yourself? For example, maybe collaborating with other directors or something like that.
Yeah, now after this, after our film experience, Kamblihula, we started. Okay, what are the things we need next? This we need to upgrade ourselves. Like we need to mix match those talents. Like if I am bringing new talent, we need to bring one more experienced talent into the and we need to mixture. There is a mixture of technicians, old and new one. There will be mixture of actors, known actors and newcomers. We need to mixture those things, and we need to concentrate on. First, we need to have good script.
Right.
Then, rest everything comes.
Okay. So how does this actually feel to see yourself on the big screen? How was that experience?
It was like I felt really really good. I started crying because
Mhm.
that was my uh, first impact. Like I'm going to give to the audience. Uh, it was like it was very emotional. I wanted to say something to audience. I wanted to convey something to audience that I'm finally doing it. This is the start. I don't know where I'll go, but over a period of time, I'll improve. I'll make good cinemas.
Right, that is completely, understandable because you have been doing so much hard work, putting in a lot of efforts day and night for your film to be released and finally getting to see yourself on the big screen. It's a blessing indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so how is acting as a career? Is it like, sustainable, and what would be your ultimate advice for the aspiring actors?
As I told you earlier, this is the most uncertain industry. When it comes to career, that's what I suggest. Before coming to the industry, make a source of income like passive income, so that you can sustain. But it is definitely possible that you should be having that particular goal. Okay, see a person like me, an engineer who never wanted to become an actor, who never wanted to get into the film industry, started acquiring these skills. Like when it comes to acting or whatever, when it comes to art film, you should be unique. People want some uniqueness in you.
Hmm.
That's what they are expecting it, and you should know your uniqueness also, so that you can play with it. That's what I suggest. Be unique. Be unique. That's it.
Know your USP and you got to make a place in people's heart then.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. So, what were some kind of promotional activities that were carried out for the film? Um,
When it comes to promotion, we follow normal usual routines. We that is all. Everything should be mixture. Like we should follow conventional yes, newspaper, TV, nowadays YouTubers, influencers, and we should have those creative form of marketing our film. Like marketing our film is also very very important when it comes to like making a business. When it comes to business, when it comes there are nowadays people have hell lot of entertainment options. They should why should they come to see our film? That point we should raise, and then that curiosity we should generate in people's mind,
right.
that
That's
they are going to see something unique in this.
right. So that's how people will eventually come, and maybe reading the positive reviews also sometimes
Yeah.
work, and the kind of creating that hype around the film can also be one of the options. Okay.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to mention about as a message to the people, and how was your overall experience? What was your biggest learning, or the kind of, is it possible for anyone to start with a certain budget and produce your own film with a team and then make it ahead in life?
Yeah, definitely. It's like anyone can do film, but it takes hard work. Like it is not like nowadays film is like it should not be predictable. It should be like engaging. This and it should be new. Anyone can do if he has these three elements in the script.
Right.
And also it takes it's not an easy job to make a cinema and release it because there are like nearly 3500 cinemas will release in India. India will produce 3500 cinemas. Out of 3500, you should make a mark every year. That is
Right.
the biggest challenge. So it's not an easy thing. So you should be very very careful in each and every step while making a film.
So is starting your own, team and producing a film on your own, is it equal to the return on investment as you get?
It's like if you start a film with a team, it will be very easy when it comes to making a cinema. Making a cinema is easy, whereas marketing the cinema is more difficult. I suggest people to have their own team and try. That's it. Try.
What are some of the other opportunities you have been able to, get after your film was released?
After my film release, I was recognized by few people. Listening stories. I'm more into having my. I told you right. We formed a team and we were looking for. We formed a team and we wrote after a few short films. We wrote a script, and I'm like more concentrating on that script to make a film now.
Right. So thank you so much, Rohit sir. It was wonderful to talk to you, and it was really an insightful session. And I'm sure that the things you shared and the the learnings from your own journey would be very much helpful and very inspiring and motivation for the people watching, because many students and many freshers who want to get into this career, they find it very hard to actually begin with, but some of the steps you suggested were really very insightful. So thank you so much for coming here and sharing your journey with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. How did you like the interview? How did you like the
It was good.
questions?
It was a unique interview. That's what I wish you best.
Thank you so much.